I'm sorry, I keep looking at myself. Oh. Woo. Hey guys, so I just wanted to do a neutral look today. So recently I've seen a lot of beauty gurus going back to using their beauty blender, and I'm definitely not dishing out the money for a beauty blender. I didn't years ago when it came out. I'm not going to now. So I bought the Real Techniques sponge for like $6, and I tried it once before. Basically just soaked up all my makeup, and I was like, wow, this is a waste of money. I couldn't figure out how to use it. Recently I've been seeing people wetting their beauty blender and squeezing out the water so it's just a little damp. So I did the same thing. I just got the Revlon Colorstay. I know a lot of people rave about it. I've only recently gotten into foundations. This is a full coverage foundation, definitely. And this color matches me perfectly. This is, oh gosh, it doesn't even say. Oh, it's 150 Buff. The only problem I've had with it is that it goes on really thick with a brush, ends up looking cakey, and from what I can tell, I only put on one layer. It just doesn't seem buildable. So I'm going to try it with the sponge and then just finish my makeup off with a neutral look. I'm going to be reversing eyeliner, so stay tuned if you want to see that. So I've already got my moisturizer on. I don't like putting the foundation on the back of my hand because it does not come off and it stains it and it dries it out and it's kind of gross. So I'm just going to put it directly on the sponge and see what happens. So I'm just kind of dabbing lightly all over my face, and I can already tell that it's going to put on a much better application than with the brush. Definitely the best application I've had so far. I think I'm just gonna add a second layer to a few little problem areas. The next thing I'm using is the Maybelline Dream Lumi Highlighting Concealer. This is in Radiant, and I really, really love this concealer. I've had trouble kind of hiding my under eye circles, which I'm not sure if you can really see on camera, but they're quite purple. I've used a few other salmon colored concealers and they just didn't work. They just enhanced the purple color, and I was so skeptical about this, but I decided to give it a go, and it is so good. Now I'm taking my Rimmel Stay Matte pressed powder and lightly tapping that all over my face. Okay, so I'm just taking some bronzer because my skin has not seen the light of day in months. We're just getting into spring, and I am extremely pale. This is my little sample of Hoola by Benefit. Now I'm taking Physicians Formula Mood Boosting Blush in pink. Just a big fluffy brush. And I'm taking some of my MAC blush in Unconventional. And this is like really pretty, almost purple. It doesn't really show up too purple on your cheeks. I don't know if you can see that, but it is just has such a nice cool toned glow. And I really, really like using this as a highlighter. I'm going to take that and just apply it to my cheekbone. Down my nose. Okay, so I'm not going to do much eyeshadow, but I'm just going to do a little bit in my crease and my inner corner. So I'm going to put on just a little bit of primer. This is the e.l.f. eyelid primer. You know what? I might as well put it all over my lid to cancel out my veins. I forgot to do my eyebrows, so we're going to do those before I do eye makeup. I have been using the e.l.f. eyebrow kit in medium, but it is a bit dark. It really makes my brows full and dramatic, so instead I'm going to just be using a shadow to like fill them in a little bit. And this is kind of neutral brown shadow. This is from a Smashbox palette. It really adds the frame to my face. Like, you can tell looking between the two brows. This one, although I have quite like dark, thick brows, there's just a little bit of space between hairs you can see, and this just fills them in and makes them look really shapely. I never used to do my brows until I did them like one time and got a ton of compliments, and I was like, oh. So I'm going into my Naked 2 palette and taking Tease, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in my crease. You guys always have that one eye that is way harder to work with. That's this eye for me. Like, my crease is just like different than this eye, and you can't tell looking at it, but I can feel it. It just never goes in the crease nicely. I am taking Booty Call from the Naked 2 and just popping that on the inner corner. And I'm taking Foxy and putting that on the brow bone. Okay, now for the eyeliner. I'm doing white eyeliner on top, and I am using, this is Rimmel Soft Kohl Kajal eyeliner in pure white. So I sharpened mine to get kind of a nice point, but we'll see how precise I can get it. So I'm going for quite a thick line, and I definitely want it a bit more precise than that. Here I'm using a precision brush to make the defined wing. So this step is going to be much easier. I'm going to line the bottom with black, and I'm using my Wet n Wild cream eyeliner and a brush. So I'm just putting this black right under the lashes on the lash line. Just a very thin line. And I'm only going to do it to about halfway. And I'm going to wing that out slightly just below the white eyeliner. Now I'm just going to pop on a bit of mascara. See, everything always looks so much better after mascara. I'm going to apply this to the bottom lashes as well. I am going to put on some pretty dramatic lashes. These are the Ardell 131 in black. I have the Dark Tone Duo Glue, which I would not suggest. I'm going to try to put it on as carefully as I can without messing up my white eyeliner, but for some reason I bought this one thinking it would be more practical. Here I'm making the band more flexible and fitting the lash to my eye. Okay, so I'm gonna trim these just a little bit because as you can see, they're not as tapered as other pairs of eyelashes, and these are much too long for my inner corner, so I'm just gonna trim them a little bit. Okay, and I'm back. That literally probably took me 20 minutes to stick these eyelashes on, and as you can see, they're kind of jacked up. These ones are like lay a little bit flat, so I'm just going to curl them lightly so as not to pull them off. So as you can tell, it took me a while to get these straightened out, but they were so wonky that I really had to curl them into place. Okay, so that looks so much better. I'm just going to pop a little bit of mascara just in the base of them so that I can hide the line between my real lashes and the fake ones. So I'm just taking it in there and kind of wiggling it back and forth. I think I'm going to go for a more nude look on the lips. I mixed two lipsticks together, the Viva Glam Gaga 2, which is just this dark nude color, and the Rimmel Kate lipstick in 08. I like to outline my lips with this e.l.f. lip liner in Natural Blush. And I actually line like up over my lip to kind of make my upper lip fuller. First I take the Gaga and I just kind of pat this over my lips because it's very, very thick and creamy. And I don't want to have cake lips. Now that that's on, I take the Kate color in 08 and I just kind of dab this as well. This is the completed look. I'll try to get a little bit closer for you guys, but I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this look and I will see you next time. Bye!